Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today we're going to be doing my Dr. Hugo Strange timeline. Now, as with all my villain timelines, what I basically do is take the trade paperbacks or graphic novels that they are in, lay them down flat in exact chronological order, and give you guys a good idea what stories go where, and in what order you should read them for that specific villain, bad guy, evildoer, whatever you want to call them. Now, I'm deciding to do Dr. Hugo Strange because, for me personally, Hugo Strange I think is kind of a cool character. He's never used enough, and, you know, what's important is he's also the first villain, reoccurring villain, that Batman has gone up against way back in the day, back in the 1939, 1940s. So, I always found him to be a fascinating character, and some of the best Batman stories stem from him being the bad guy. Now, this is going to be a small timeline. It's not going to be huge, because Hugo Strange doesn't have a huge amount of material in the modern continuity. Second reason is, although there are some material with him outside of Batman, I don't necessarily have it. So this is just going to be strictly Batman material only. So with that said, let's get on to this video. Okay, here's the timeline itself. Like I said, it's not really that big, but it's worth pointing out because, well, Dr. Hugo Strange is such a badass. Starting things off would be the Batman Chronicles Volume 1. Now, these stories are not in continuity. However, if you want to see the very first appearance of Dr. Hugo Strange, then you should pick up this volume for a few reasons. One is Hugo Strange is the first reoccurring Batman villain. Before the Joker, before Catwoman, before that nasty athlete's foot that Batman had for quite a long time, Hugo Strange was the first. You get to see some of the classic Hugo Strange stories in this, some of which that were remade into later Batman stories. So if you want to get some good old-fashioned Batman stories that has Hugo Strange in it, I highly recommend the Chronicle series. Moving that off, we have the in-continuity material. We have first Batman and the Monster Men, which is part of the Dark Moon Rising series, and it is a retelling of old Golden Age stories. We move on to the Legend of the Dark Knight series, which has Batman Prey starting things off. Hugo Strange is yet again the bad guy in this, testing Batman to his limits. We then move on to Batman Terror, the sequel to Batman Prey. It seems like Hugo Strange has come back from the dead and he's looking to get his revenge on Batman. Then we move on to Batman Strange Apparitions. Now, after Batman Strange Apparitions, Hugo Strange disappears for a while. He eventually shows up in the DC continuity again. However, I'm not sure specifically where. It's outside Batman material. I believe he was part of the secret society that Lex Luthor created during the Infinite Crisis also. I'm not quite sure because I don't have those comics. But the next comic that Hugo Strange would be in for Batman stuff is Batman Battle for the Cowl series. I could be wrong on this, but he does show up in this, and I believe this is the next time we see Hugo Strange. It's not that big of a role, so it's probably not worth buying Battle for the Cowl for, but it's at least worth mentioning that he shows up in it. So with that said, that is the timeline. Let's finish this video up. So that was the Hugo Strange timeline. I know it was kind of short, but he's a character that I enjoy, and he was requested, so there you go, Hugo Strange timeline. If you want to pick up Hugo Strange material, that's where you should go. With that said, this is Andrew saying, peace out for now.